Hello. Happy New Year. What's up? Hope you guys caught the on Twitter mentioned a little Bitcoin rip I thought was coming. That looks pretty good right now. Um, Not to make this a crypto thing, but yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead really quick and just kind of pop that in there just so you can see why I thought that. This TV loud as shit. So for me, this was the signal right here. See this? How we got this? What am I looking for? I'm looking for the old cycle, as it were. So here, right? See, we got that nice little back test off of the trend line, and the way it set that wick in right there. That was the signal. That says we back tested where it go. This is gonna flag. And we're gonna bust through the level. Once they came to the level, I knew they were gonna back test it likely, but I also knew this was just gonna be a rocket because they want to test this right here. Close above here, right? And it's off to the races. So that's why I said that. Always you gotta look at the candle wicks. Like they give a lot of people like ignore wicks and they just kind of look at like price, but like the wicks really give you the information, right? They say we like it here, we like it here. You know what I mean? Versus like we don't like it here, kind of thing. So yeah. But anyway, back to ES. So looking at this, right, we've got obviously some nice upward movement. And the thing is to get happy if you're in longs, right? It's a good exit for tomorrow if you think things are going to go down. But also not to get too overly excited just because of the way this is shaping up, right? If it's going to complete symmetrically, we could be looking at a test down here at this 5870 level or even lower. So I wouldn't necessarily get like jazzed up about it, right, and think that it's going to hold. I'd be looking at it as an opportunity. Could also be an opportunity, right, to retest any skip levels as well, which we'll get to in a second. So looking at it from a basic structure perspective, right, let's go with, I'm just going to draw you this trend line as like a preview of how we're seeing it. Here, right. So you're looking at this downtrend, right? They're going to probably try to break out, potentially go back in it. So if we look at it from a levels perspective here, that looks so good. So good. For anyone who's old enough to remember Strong Bad, which I'm sure nobody remembers Strong Bad. But here, right? So if you look, there's this longer term downtrend on this like really wacky trend line that I've drawn. Longer, shorter. So you see them coming up here, right? For me, what's sort of key, right, is that we saw them set this wick again off of that monthly and off of the weekly, right? So it's got double support there. Comes up and it's crushing these weeklies. Where I would start to get a little nervous probably as we approach this double weekly level here, right? It's a strong support, but ultimately, right, making predictions makes asses out of all of us. But what I'm likely to surmise is that this could lead to potentially a back test of this skipped back test right here, right? See after this drop. Remember they got all the way up to this weekly and they never quite completed the back test? So they still got to complete this move. So that's what I'd be looking for. And if I'm being honest, I'd be looking for probably potential reversal at that level. So yeah, test of 6,000 is probably what I'm looking at. Mystery Science Theater 6,000. Another show that you're probably too young to know what the fuck I'm talking about. Yeah, so that's what I'm watching for. Potential test of 6,000 on what would look like an absolute screamer tomorrow and throw a lot of people off guard into the new year. Bye-bye.